Beats Planet.
Shouts out to him. I mean, it's just simple as that, man. Shouts out to all the essential workers working at the Blue Flame. You know, it's necessary at this point. You know what I mean? Just shouts out to them. Shouts out to them. Get some wings on your way out, you heard?
Well, come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
And put some glasses on. $800 for my Versace glasses. Teaching my youngins how to break up a brick. Like it's karate classes.
Hey, watch it.
We back. VOCHLONBARDI, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know I'm grateful, man. Y'all walk in the door. I shake every hand on the way in the door. I'm not gonna shake everybody's hand out the door. Because I'm trying to beat traffic like you should be doing. But I will shake your hand walking into the door. If y'all want to shake hands walking into the door, y'all know they got Draft 101 up here at the radio station. They got a little flyer on Brian Broadus' page. There's a flyer on my page on Twitter. And it's also on the YouTube community post or whatever. You can go check all that out. Everything's free. Everything's free. So come and ask the draft show crew some questions or whatever, and I'll be there kicking it, man. So if y'all want to tap in, come tap in. Now, as I was shopping for new Chelsea boots, I was just taking a walk the other day. And you know, man, sometimes I just be stumbling across stuff on accident, man. You know what I'm saying? I just be curious, you know. Jay-Z got a line. He says, we looked up the Billboard when we was young. You know, now we look at Billboard like, is you dumb? You know, and it's basically the talk about growth and expansion and how something, you know, how your idols become your rivals, so to speak, sort of deal. You know. Long story short, I don't be listening to Mel Kiper in that way. You know, when I'm young and impressionable, I would say, draft fan. You know, Mel Kiper was, you know, spitting gospel out here, you know. I get access to my own film and I be damn. I'll be wearing my new boots, my new Chelsea boots when we do the draft 101. So I'm sure to tap in. Yeah, man, I don't really be taking Kiper for his word, man, because I don't think Kiper be watching film for real. I think Kiper just kind of tap in with his film guys and whatever happens, happens. But what Kiper is plugged in. What Kiper is plugged in. And y'all can call into the show if you like. It's on the screen. 202-926-1127, access code 309-104. The phone's lit. He is tapped in. So I do look at Mel Kiper's draft, you know, just to kind of dabble with how tapped in he is, you know? And man, it's just peculiar to me. It's interesting to me. I would say this push for the draft pick that he's projecting to the Cowboys. And listen, man, I don't want to make it sound dramatic in that way. Like, oh, you know, Draft Illuminati is out here to fool us once again. Yeah, I don't even think Kiper operating that way. Because in real life, I think Mel Kiper make too much money to try to fool people.
Did you hear what I said?
What I said? I think he makes too much money to try to fool people, you know? So, you know, he gets to get that salary from ESPN, and he kind of just kicks it. And when draft season comes around, he pops out. He may watch a little bit of film to keep him relevant, but he hears the news, and he puts the news out in a way to make him seem clairvoyant, which is okay. I got sources now. I do it too.
Did you hear what I said?
Hey man, y'all remember that video we did a couple of weeks ago on Joe Milton? I was like, yeah, man, it might be a fire, bro. I don't know, man. Shit. Look, I was like, it may or may not be a fire, dog. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I understand where Mel's coming from. But what Mel has done in these past 3 mock drafts, and the player changed for all the surrounding Cowboy picks. I'm going to put this on the screen for y'all. The player would change for the surrounding Cowboy picks, but the Cowboy pick has been consistent. Let me just expand this for y'all real quick. Y'all doing all right, chat? Y'all straight? Y'all straight, chat? Everybody good? I just want to know if this is even worth talking about for real. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this on the big screen. I don't want to. Hey, let's not block me now because I'm the star of the show. Let's not block me now. Let's just make this a little, you know what I'm saying? And we'll just scroll it for a second. Now, in February 25th, it was like 6 in the morning. Put a little more of me in there. Hold on. Let me just put a little more of me in there. You know what I'm saying? At 6:15 in the morning. That ain't what I said at first. 6:15 in the morning. Mel Kiper dropped this, right? You know, he just going through the mock. The mock is cool. The mock is, yeah, it's mocking, right? We get to the Cowboys pick, and you see all these other little picks gonna change, right? All the The Shador Sanders is here. The Jalen Walkers, the Tyler Warrens. All that's going to change. The Josh Simmons, you know what I'm saying, at 10 Woods. All that changes at some point. But he said here, I know it's a better way I can present this to y'all. Hold on, let me see. I know it's a better way I can present this to y'all. Give me 2 seconds here. We ain't doing nothing else. I need my cam, which is there, cause y'all gonna see me. And we'll do window capture again. We'll try it again. Cause there's a much better way to present it. Hey, it's too big. There we go. That's much better. We'll just make this smaller there. Now, like I was saying though, chat. Brother Mel Kiper came. Oh, that's much better. Here, chat. That's much better. Just bring that mug in like that and bring that mug in like there we go. We ain't doing nothing else. Chat. Bruh said, I've talked to people in the NFL who have Genty and Hampton neck and neck for running back one. And there's some people who prefer Hampton. This in February when he said this. And I look at Dallas's decision to hire Brian Schottenheimer as head coach and couldn't help but to think about his daddy. Oh, Marty. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But he basically saying Omarion Hampton would work just fine in Dallas. Now, if you've been keeping up with your draft homework, you would think that it's a surprise for Omarion Hampton to be a late first round guy, but it'll make a ton of sense for Omarion Hampton to be like a early second round guy. But man, that was in February when Mel Kiper said this, man. And then we got another one here. What day is this? Here we go. This day is March 18th. Right at a month ago. We see picks changing around again. Shador is at 3 now. Travis at 4 now. Tyler Warren is here at 7. Jalen Walker still there at 8. Jackson Dart at 9. Michael at 10. Everything around us is changing. Mimbu at 11. Boy, Omarion Hampton right back there at 12, boy. He say, no change in my Cowboy pick projection from my last mock. He even left a link right there. Hampton actually firmed up his first round case at the combine, running a 4.46 40-yard dash. Blah, blah, blah. So even after signing Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders to low-risk deals, $38 a year is what they got, I think the Cowboys could draft Hampton. He's the kind of difference maker they need at the position. Chat. I wonder, is this Mel Kiper? Get your ass. Get off the screen. How I take this? I wonder if Mel Kiper's trying to tell us something. I'm curious if Mel Kiper is trying to tell us that he's heard something. Because all the picks around 12th overall are changing. Ours have not. Nigga dropped the mock draft today. He just dropped one today. In the morning. He dropped one in the morning. Don't mind this header. This is just me not bootlegging it and paying for ESPN Plus. There we go. April 8th. Because I made sure to pay ESPN Plus. I wouldn't dare bootleg this article. So don't even worry about this little shit at the top up there. I didn't line wire the article because I'm going to pay my ESPN Plus to get this article here. April 8th. Dropped that mug at 6 in the morning. Almost 7. All just like the rest of them. I was up working out and shit when he did this. But 6 in the morning, knocking at my door. Man, Mel Kiper said, man, I'm done with all this one round stuff. I'm about to do a 2-round mock draft. Now, chat, in my mind, this was the perfect opportunity. Let me put me up there. In my mind, is this? No, it's Suka. In my mind, this was the perfect opportunity to stand by your evaluation, get the Cowboys a running back, and not take Hampton in the first round. So I'm scrolling around, chat. The number 2 overall pick has changed again. The number 3 pick overall has changed again. The number 4 overall pick has changed again. All the surrounding picks have changed again. Genty at 6 ain't going no damn where. Armand Membo is at 7 now. Shador was there. Warren was there. Put this shit back up on the screen. Jalen Walker's still at 8. I wonder what that means for Panthers fans. I don't know. This change from Jackson Dart to Shador Sanders, it's not like everything around us is just staying still. All the picks around the Cowboys are changing. Nigga dropped the Marion Hampton again. He dropped Hampton again, bro. He dropped Hampton again, bro. Bro, what is Mel Kiper trying to say to us? What is Mel Kiper trying to say to us? Mel Kiper said, I was torn here. He's finally torn now, chat. He wasn't torn enough to change his damn pick, but he was torn. And he says, as I think Dallas will look at all offensive playmakers and wish they should. Yo man says, Voch, can you do your own mock draft? Give me 2 seconds. No. Hey man, y'all know where I'm at with these mocks, dog. Anyway, Mel said, but I'm not sure that Texas Matthew Golden or Arizona Ted McMillan will go quite this early, which is wild to me because I think both those guys should be going quite that early. I don't know. But instead, I see the Cowboys trying to improve the run game, which managed 4.0 yards a carry. And Mel Kiper is notorious. I don't want to take running back early in the rounds guy. He's notorious for that. He's been that guy for years. So I'm thinking, dog, maybe Mel Kiper done heard something. Maybe somebody done tapped Mel Kiper on the shoulder and said, hey, yo, Mel, we really like this happening, kid. We really need a running back, and we'll take him at 12. It must be what he's heard. They have thus far replaced Rico Dowdle with Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders, in which I don't think Miles is going to make the team, to keep the buck with you. Neither new back has the home run ability of Hampton, who can scoot through the holes and take off through the holes, not the holes, through the holes and take off despite his 221-pound build. I've never been an advocate of the first round running back. That's what I just said.
Did you hear what I said?
I just said that. I've never been an advocate of first round running backs. But team owner Jerry Jones isn't afraid to address the position in day one. 3 mocks in a row. Soto said we should have just re-signed Tony. 3 backs in a row. 3 mock drafts in a row. Now, chat, I'm not going to say that this is just a lazy mock draft that Mel just keep forgetting to change our pick. I don't think he would do such things. I think he understands Cowboy fanfare. I don't think he just forgot the Cowboys pick up there because he ain't forget everybody else pick. I be desperate for content sometimes, right? You damn right. Yeah, you damn right. I be desperate for content sometimes, right? Because, you know, Bleach Report got me working Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays when ain't no news going on. So I'll run over to Bleach Report and I'll just look at mock drafts. You know what I'm saying? I'll just look at mock drafts all day. And I remember this mock that Daniel Jeremiah did. If anything, this puts more legs on what Mel is talking about. Daniel Jeremiah is another guy that will change his damn mock draft if he's heard something. If Daniel Jeremiah heard a thing, he's another guy that'll change his damn mock draft. Bro, how the hell Daniel Jeremiah said this? He said, I got to expand the window a little bit. We ain't doing nothing else. Daniel Jeremiah said, with Ashton Jeanty off the board, I wouldn't rule out North Carolina running back Omarion Hampton landing here. What? Chat. Everybody that'll change their mock draft based on rumors. When was this? When was this? March 18th? The same day Mel put his shit out. The same Mel and Dan Jeremiah put their shit on the same day. Look, dog. I think they're trying to tell us something. I think there's treachery afoot. And all I'm trying to get across to everybody that's in the chat right now, we at least have to get ready for the possibility. Chat, what y'all think, man? Let me just read some comments. Chat. What y'all into, man? Y'all all right? I said on the draft show earlier, y'all can check it out later. After we done here. I said on the draft show earlier, man, I was like, man, I don't just be hating players for real. I only hated a handful of players, you know. But I don't be hating players for real. I think it's 3 levels to like my draft reaction or whatever. You know, it's either I love a player, I hate a player, or I just wouldn't have drafted that character right there. But I understand. You know what I'm saying? When I see Omarion Hampton at 12, love the player. I love him more at 44, but he probably not gonna make it to 44. Do I love him at 12? I don't know. It depends on who's on the board. There may be a player that's available on the board that I like more, but at the end of the day, if Hampton is on your team, can you live with it? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be doing backflips if Omarion Hampton's on this team, because he'll be a good player. You may not like his draft position. But once the player's on your team, it ain't really nothing else you can say about it. Let me just cut my music off for one more thing that's just interesting. I mean, since we just talking about the breadcrumbs here. Perfus the King. I got to recalibrate everything for every little window I put out. Omarion Hampton, Omarion Hampton, Perfus the King. Reported by Omarion Hampton, Perfus the King. Omarion Hampton is in Dallas. And this is Omarion Hampton from his Instagram. Posting from the Star, from the Cowboys Club. I know exactly where this location is now. I work there.
Did you hear what I said?
So I know exactly where this location is at, dog. So not only are we hearing rumors and we're seeing mock drafts and he's being linked to the Cowboys, he's a freaking 30 visit, ladies and gentlemen. He's a freaking 30 visit, ladies and gentlemen. And if the Cowboys think that we're an elite running back away, what you want me to say, dog? What you want me to say, bro? Because we won too many games to get Jeanty. That's over with. We won too many games to get Jeanty, bro. I wasn't even trying to hit none of that little noise. We should have just tanked better if y'all wanted Jeanty. We should have just lost some more. If y'all wanted Jeanty for real. But hey, Hampton's the conversation. Let me come back and read what y'all talking about. Wouldn't be mad if they did it. Sounds all right to me. But I'd rather have a back in the second, as I don't feel Hampton is a Jeanty type player. Well, I don't think we could just grade running backs on if they Jeanty type players. I don't think we should necessarily do that. If they grab Hampton at 12, it wouldn't be because he's a Jeanty type player. If they draft Mike Green at 12, he's not a he's not an Abdul Carter type player. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta. Is your do you love the pick? Is that your guy? Do you love the player? And can you live with it if you take him? You can damn sure live with him if you take him. Like, can you make a better configuration of players to maximize your value at the end of the day? Sure. I wonder if that ends up happening. Would it be a response to the Cowboys not trying to play around with their food, so to speak? Like in a way that last year they kept waiting around on running back and running back never came around to them. I wonder if they just go, hey, we need a running back. We're going to take a running back. It is what it is. I wonder if that's their mindset going into it. You know, we'll see. Draft ain't that far from here. If they like them, they'll do it. Oh, for sure. For sure. Hampton at 12 would be a Jones type move. So not super surprising. Is it a Jones move? A Jones move would be taking an offensive lineman that we wasn't thinking. That's a Jones move. That's a Jones move, my boy. Is Omari and Hampton as good as Jahmyr Gibbs? Both picked at 12, if that's the case. They're different types of running backs, but if that's the comparison you want to make, I don't hate it. If that's comparison you want to make, I don't hate it. But I mean, but they different types of guys. I think not elite. I think Hampton could be as productive as Genty. I say this all, just as a joke. You could lead the league in rushing with Zeke, or you could lead the league in rushing with Murray. You know what I'm saying? It's many paths to freedom. You know what I'm saying? It's many paths to freedom. It just depends on your walk. It depends on your walk. These idiots decided to win a couple games at the end. Hey man, look, they try to build this culture around this coach that wasn't going to be there in 3 more weeks. I work there. It's crazy. Hey, I just want to say, man. You know what I'm saying? The Raiders need him more than we do, I guess. Shit, that's false. Teams do suck at drafting for sure. Why pick up 2 starting running backs in free agency, then turn around and draft another back? Miles Sanders might not make the team. Javonte, I mean, he was a starter at some point, but Denver had like a 3-back rotation and shit, and he wasn't starting like that. I don't think the Cowboys picked up 2 starting running backs, unless some news just happened today I don't know about. Trill X2 says trade back into the 20s and get Hampton. 2 things got a problem with that. If they love Hampton may not be there when they trade back to him. So maybe they, maybe they want to mitigate the risk. But more importantly, y'all know I hate a hypothetical. I'm gonna force a trade back situation, because if nobody answers the phone, what you gonna do? If nobody answers the phone, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? We'll see. He was a hurt guy. Yeah. I hope. Yeah. Henderson is closer to Gibbs and Hampton. Henderson's play style is closer to Gibbs. I think Gibbs is on the tier of Hampton. I don't think Henderson is quite there yet, but Henderson's great though. I think it's fantastic though. Have I seen Jerry at work? No, but I just want to know where the noise come from, where this collection of Mike Mayock saying this so much and Daniel Jeremiah is saying this so much. I'm just curious, man. We don't have a choice but to figure it out. Watching film on touching O's. Is there going to be a sound if we draft him first round? Okay, as JR being hilarious. What's up, man? But yeah, we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see. I don't think anybody's gonna crash out necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end, Hampton is a really good player, and if Hampton is your running back, you have an opportunity to have a special offense. I know we want to talk about wide receiver, or whatever, man. But if Hampton is your guy, if Hampton is your running back or whatever, you could just run less wide receiver sets. I ain't gonna lie to you, just run tight ends out there. Nobody should be crashing out over this, man. But if you do crash,
there are times in life you wish you had a do-over. A chance to warp back in time to change your fate. Back to before you made the wrong choice. If you're in a wreck, Make the smart choice right away. Frankel and Frankel. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frankel first.
Tap in with the Frankels, man. Frankel and Frankel, 214-333-3333, or go to frankelfirm.com. If you were hit by a big truck or a negligent driver, be sure to call the Frankels. Call the Frankels first. Don't call nobody else. Call them, and then they'll tell you who to call from there. And tell them Voch Lombardi sent you so that they know that that you're coming from me and all that. They just need to know those things. All right. Yeah. Go to frankelfirm.com and scroll around a little bit. You can see testimonies. You can see them. You can see the actual Frankels. And if you call the number 214-333-3333, you'll talk to one of them. You won't talk to AI or nothing like that. They are homegrown DFW attorneys. So shouts out to them. They've been serving DFW for 40 years. So tap in with Frankel and Frankel, frankelfirm.com, and see how much money they done made these folks. All right. Let's get into the phones, man. See what y'all talking about, what the business is. 202-926-1127, access code 309-104. And the segue was cold, wasn't it? That segue was cold, wasn't it? I know, bro. Let's get Los on the phone, see what he talking about. What up, Los?
Yo.
What's happening, player?
My bad. I had to switch the speaker. But hey, good afternoon, Voch. How you doing?
What's happening with you, my guy? What's happening with you? What you got for me?
Good. I'm just happy dress coming around quicker than most people think. But hey, being in that, I'll let you go, man. We already know that the cornerback, wide receiver, and the running back position is up for grabs in the swap pick because we see there's a need there, correct? But I think there's a wild card that a lot of people are not. I'm not saying thinking about, but it could be beneficial. And that would be if Matt wants to put Micah back on linebacker and they want to seek an edge. Because I think the linebacker department, not that it lacks talent, but there is concerns. For example, Overshown, he's a dog. I mean, he's going to be that dog, especially when he's healthy. But that's the big if, when healthy, correct? And I think putting Micah back in the linebacker, especially when he runs a scheme, that's more of a Matt's play, more zone than man.
Yeah.
He can blitz him from the left, from the right, up the middle, and Micah's comfortable blitzing from either side, as we've seen all these years, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a position that could be up for grabs, and I wouldn't be surprised the names like Mikael Williams, Mike Green, Nick Skirden, Shimon Stewart, basically the names that can be picked in the first round, be for grabs in that position. And I just want to get your thoughts on that, Voch.
Don't be mad as hell if they take Michael Williams. Appreciate it, Los. I will say this though, man. I don't want to be man, Jerry and them, dog. These coaches on these coaching staffs, bro, they just lying to us, bro. They just be so toxic when they be talking to, we're not gonna cheat no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be sold. I don't want to be sold on this idea of, yeah, man, we're gonna get Micah involved, and now we make a gang of content surrounding Micah getting involved at linebacker or whatever, and we get real excited. And the first play of the game, Micah's at edge. And all the way through the 68th play of the game, Micah Parsons is still playing edge for you. I just don't want to fall into that toxic Jerry lying to us again, or coaches lying to us again. Or when they be like, oh, yeah, man, we got to get Turpin involved. I bet you do. I bet you do got to get Turpin involved, player. Oh, we got to give XYZ a shot. The only promises that they keep is we're gonna give Jalen Tolbert an opportunity to step up. We're gonna give Mozzie an opportunity to step up. That's the only promises that they keep. So that's the only thing that I can vouch for with them, because that's what they tell. That's what they tell us, and that's what they That's what they move on. So when they start moving on Micah playing linebacker, I'd love to see it. But I don't believe that shit. Let's get Darren on the phone and see what he's talking about. What up, Darren?
Oh, shit. Can you hear me, Voch?
Oh, hell yeah. That was good. What's happening with you?
Oh, boy. What's going on with you? So,
chilling,
so
man.
two things. The first thing I want to ask you was, now I see you over there with, at the Star in Frisco, right?
Yeah.
How did you end up getting that gig? Is my first question.
I've been talking to Eagleton for a long time. I've been talking to Eagleton for years. We were just figuring it all out or whatnot. But I think this year it was a little room for me, and the brand hadn't gotten big enough, and Brian Broaddus got involved, and Brian's a good person to have in your corner, in any situation or whatever. So
Right.
so it just kind of happened this year. But me and Eagleton met a long time ago. We shook hands a long time ago. Ultimately, too, though,
Really?
I think YouTubers have a better image. They have a better image now than they ever have. Once upon a time,
1000%.
once upon a time, being a blogger was it was just something that they just keyed at. And then these bloggers kept smoking shit. What you war calling? I'm sorry. It's a war call in the middle of your question. Hey man, bloggers be smoking shit. So I just think it was the right place at the right time.
Man, no, for sure, man. I'm super proud of you, man. It's so good to see, one of the members of the new media up there, at the Star of Frisco, and I just hope that you keep doing your thing. I hope it's a permanent role. And to be honest with you, this is not me glazing. This is me keeping all the way 1,000.
Yes, I am.
I do watch them, and you are better than, I want to say, 75% of them. You, Law, Big Game James, some of y'all can really get busy over there. You know what I'm saying? If they, let y'all really know. But I'm super proud of you. My other question to you was, and I know you don't remember, so I'm refreshing your brain. I'm refreshing your memory. Now, I want to say last offseason, once not Mike McCarthy, but once Dan Quinn had left, I think that was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Once Dan Quinn was getting fired, and y'all was talking about Mike Zimmer coming in, and I heard you Foots and I forgot the other dude, Okoye. You Foots and Okoye, and kind of like the Cowboy collective was all saying, like, Mike Zimmer finna come in and he finna do this, he finna do that, he finna do this, he finna do that. And everybody shit on Dan Quinn. It was Dan Quinn's fault.
Yeah.
I was highly pissed off. I was highly upset. And I'm like, listen, I think y'all looking at it the wrong way. Mike McCarthy ass is really the one that's trash.
Yeah.
And when I was telling you that, you was like, nah, it's really Dan Quinn. Because you was talking about how he was placing Michael Parsons in the wrong positions to succeed. Now, I'm asking you now, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about everything that happened? So we see where Dan Quinn went, we see where Mike McCarthy went, and we see what happened, how the defense looked with Mike Zimmer. Now,
so first of all, I would say that Dan Quinn has done a fantastic job as a head coach with the Washington Football Wizards. I think you can also say the playoffs so the Washington team looked very prepared in the playoffs. They look
come on now.
They look very
goddammit.
They look very prepared in the playoffs. The Cowboys defense did not. And I can make an argument that the Cowboys have more talented players than the Washington football team does.
Why don't you better talk that goddamn shit?
So Dan got himself fired. Honestly, Dan was bullshitting, but that was probably senioritis, and Dan probably wanted to have his own job, and everything just kind of running its course. I don't think Dan sabotaged anything. I think when guys are winners, I think they want to win, but when guys want to win, they play hard, they coach hard all the time. But we weren't prepared. Like Dan got fired, he got himself fired. But if you look at what Washington looked like with less dudes, they didn't have that same problem that we did. So I don't know. Maybe Dan was just sick of being here, and it just showed in his output or whatever.
So this is my only kickback. Well, this is my main kickback with that. Mm-hmm. You're right, but at the same, you're right to a degree. But my thing is, why didn't we look prepared? So what about the playoffs in 2022 where we went up against San Francisco in San Francisco, and their defense, they showed their ass. And then what about the other ones, the playoff before that, when Mike McCarthy said the defense was, not the defense, but the team was nervous. It's been multiple times to where Mike McCarthy has shown, bro, we're not prepared because of you. You see what I'm saying?
Two things can be true. You know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy was definitely bullshitting also. I'm not here to take any blame off of him, but I'm also saying that Dan Quinn, at the end of his tenure, we didn't look ready. And that wasn't just the playoffs. That was all year. That was San Fran that year. That was Buffalo that year. That was Green Bay that year. We were just looking bad against all the good teams. We just couldn't get stops on defense. We couldn't stop the run on defense. But Washington, with less dudes, seemed to have done just fine. Washington with Doris Armstrong playing edge out there.
Yeah.
They've done just fine. So shouts out to Dan. I would love to have Dan here. But I think we just got to move on. And sometimes, breakups is breakups. Yeah.
Okay, I can go for that. I appreciate your watch.
All right, man. No problem. Salute.
All right.
Yes, sir. Y'all said Law was saying something. What was Law saying? What Law was saying?
See, and put a 2 in the chat if you don't like the layout in Studio C. And we might can flip it around or something, change it up a little bit. At first I was outside, now I'm inside.
Oh man, Sadiqa over there.
The star here.
I see Sadiqa. You left from over here to go over there. I see.
Cowboys have about $37 million.
Lola went over there. I see you.
You saying what you're saying.
I see
that we get 18 plus.
I see what we're doing here.
Let me see if we go to.
I see what's going on.
Level here.
All right.
And, okay, 40.
I understand. You can't watch two people at once. I understand. Nah, I'm playing, man. Shouts out to Law Nation. Salute. Let's get JR in here. What's up, JR?
Shouts out to Law Nation. Salute. Let's get JR in here. What's up, JR?
Now. Y'all already know. Been around the world and they still cowboy hating. What's good, baby?
What's happening with you?
I'm home.
Yeah, you was in jail?
It feels so good.
Where you been, big dog? What you mean? Where you been?
Man, they done had me working all the way from here to the moon. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man. Somebody back there wrestling, ain't it?
I got some kids in the background.
Yeah, I am.
Everybody can't wait to see me. I've been MIA.
I hear him. Yeah. What you got for the show, player?
Man, say, you put me on. I was looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Icebox, where my heart used to be in that number 12 pick.
Yeah.
If we go with Omarion Hampton, yeah, I'm gonna have to touch me a couple of blue Skittles.
So JR, so listen. So JR, you don't just so listen, JR, you don't just take one of them. Maybe like 3 or 4 of them you be taking at the same time. That don't hurt.
Hey, let me see. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just I like Pringles. I bet you can't pop just one.
Yeah, I feel you, JR. You ain't lying, big dog. You ain't lying. What's good? But Hampton at 12 though, dog. You said you say it's gonna be a party if it's Hampton at 12.
Hey. I'm in Dallas.
Yeah,
I'm in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? You know, the band up. All I gotta do is put it on the flyer, and it's up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be careful though, because you know there's a couple people out here hating on me in these streets, you know what I'm saying, talking about my Bluetooth ain't Bluetooth, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know, first off, they ain't even been invited to the party. So if y'all hear that, don't even worry about that, you know what I'm saying? There's link invitation only, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But you might see a picture too. But anyway, hey, that young man look good, but watch. We gotta get us a Zach Martin. Can you find a Zach Martin replacement at number 12?
Well, it depends on what you mean by Zach Martin. I can get you somebody close, but not quite. And Tyler Booker from Alabama, he's a guy. But besides, I don't think you could just find a new Zach Martin. You're just gonna have to find somebody that's gonna have to do their best and bless their heart. You know what I'm saying? So like Donovan Jackson from Ohio State's a good option. Tate Radish from Georgia, so pretty good option. What's my man's Gray Zabel from North Dakota State? Solid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, because I know y'all. I know you and the guru, the legend, the man, the myth, Brian Broaddus. If it's film on any player that's played any type of college ball, from D1 Power 5 all to the CIBA, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have seen it.
Yeah.
So I know that you have seen size measurables. We always talk about high ceiling, low floor, high ceiling, hawk floor, low ceiling guy. You know what I'm saying? I look at the measurables. I see the potential. I don't like the hand placement.
Who you talking about?
North Dakota State.
Oh yeah. Gray Zabel. Yeah. So look, I was going down my list. You know what I mean? So they gonna get worse and worse the more names I keep saying. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, great. And look, some people got a first round grade on Zabel. I think that's a bit high. I got him as a round. What I got him?
3, 4.
I got him as a round 2 guy. Because I think he's a much better center and tackle than he would be guard. That's just my own personal opinion. But yeah, man, great play. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, you know what it is, Bot. You know what I'm saying? So hey, y'all know what it is. Who's doing it better between 3 and 5 when you're going live? Y'all know who it is. Y'all take the TV time out, hit that like button for the algorithm. It's Bot Nation, baby. We taking it to the top.
Appreciate you, player. Good call, man. Yo, that would be fantastic, but I be having no idea when I go live. I just sit down in the chair and hit the button. I'm not even on a schedule in the off season like that. So that's what that is. Yo, mans, that would be around here. They do that show. They said he wants that. Hey man, look, so look, this is the thing about the round table show, right? Or just the round table. Getting 5 people on the same page at the same time is tough. And what end up happening sometimes is y'all would have a round table sometimes. But you know, somebody got something else to do. And we not just gonna run a round table with 4 people. You know what I'm saying? So if we gonna run the round table, we gonna run the round table. Mozart says, do you remember my question? I believe Mozart says, if you draft Hampton at 12, can I do what I be like messing around, but like, oh, we took Hampton at 12, so imagine your 44th guy as your first round pick. Is there a player that's good enough in the second round that you could draft at 44 that we can imagine to be our first round pick if Hampton is our first round pick? That's our imaginary second round pick. Mo, I couldn't say all that on the draft show because you know I gotta let other people talk on the draft show. But Mo, I tell you what, man, if looking at my board, I had a sneeze. If Luther Burden falls like he say, like people say he gonna fall, I don't see a world where Luther Burden's falling for real. But I mean, I'm not moving off of the first round grade that I got on him. I got a 1 on Luther still, you know. So if he falls to the second round and you take Hampton in the first, I think that deserves a little party. You know what I'm saying? You could be like, hey man, we took Luther in the first and Hampton in the second. I think that'll play out cool for you. And that'll be your first and your second round grade. But if is there like a second round guy, like if Siobhan Ravel made it to you at 44 that you could play some mental gymnastics and be like, that's your first round pick for real. And you got Hampton in the second round. But besides that, I don't think you can get a lot of guys in the second that would be 12 guys. I think you're looking at Luther Bird, and I think you're looking at Ravel. Mike Green not going to fall. Barron not going to fall too far. Will Campbell's going to go super early. Mimbo's going to go super early. Yeah, I think that's all you got. So Ravel and Luther Bird. Or Emeka Ibuka. I don't think he falls neither, but his ass, he might fall too. Shit. We'll see. 0 to 100 chances of the Cowboys landing Caleb Johnson. Ain't no telling, dog. 30%, 25%, something like that. Let's get
the conference has been locked.
Let's get Eddie on the phone. See what he's talking about. What's up, Eddie?
What's going on, Roger? Hey, I got kind of a detailed, not really detailed, but kind of a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So I've noticed with a lot of these like content creators, YouTubers, even scouts. I watched you and Broadus not too long ago, and he said something that I've never heard before. He said, I got a blind spot for weak tackles. And he's been doing this for like a long, long time.
Yeah.
So when I hear, a lot of people talk about, some of these draft prospects, I'm thinking to myself, okay, will they ever acknowledge what they get wrong, when they get it wrong, what they're not good at? And you yourself, how do you handle that when you recognize, okay, I'm not good at scouting this fifth round tailback from, McNeese State, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to continue to watch a lot of these guys that don't acknowledge that they have, these blind spots.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm not great at technically sound corners because they film end up being boring. And I'm not great with boring corner film. I don't want to sound braggy or whatever, but I'm really good at offensive line film. You know what I mean? Like I have a black belt in watching offensive line film. So I got a good feel for all those types of guys. I think I got a great feel for the physically athletic corner. But the technical corner that may not be the best athlete in the world, but his technique is perfect. I have a hard time with those guys because I would just assume that some team just gonna make some wide receiver just run past you or whatever. But there's room for the technical corner. I'm just not good at that one. As far as the Cowboys go, the blind side that they have is banking on traits. The blind side that they have is banking on these guys that may be like low technique guys, but they have such a high ceiling because they have traits. Even if they're not the perfect technician or the perfect player right now, they'll bank on coaching that player up. You know what I'm saying? So it'll work with a guy like Tyler Smith. I think they're having a hard time with like the Sam Williams returns, right? Like Sam Williams is a second round pick for you that should have been doing something for you. But we're still waiting on him. Tyler Guyton's a guy that we're going to be waiting for, So I think the Cowboys love to bank on trace, though. Shouts out to Mo Sarge, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, what is that? 16. Appreciate you, Mo Sarge. Surge. Go ahead, Eddie. My bad.
That's all right. I was going to say, and I guess my other question would be this: is when can you take that risk on traits? Like when are you establishing? If you got to be like the Eagles and just come off a championship before you take a risk on a guy, or is that something that like 18 to 20 when you feel comfortable taking that risk?
No, that's a fantastic point you just said. I think if your roster is relatively put together well, I think you can take a chance on a guy. But how the Cowboys operate is the Cowboys want to lean on every draft pick that they got. So the Eagles, for example, they'll draft Nolan Smith, but Nolan Smith got to sit down behind Josh Sweat. It just is what it is. If Nolan Smith is better than Josh Sweat, he'll play. But if not, he won't. So Nolan Smith spends the offseason lifting weights and getting big, and then Nolan Smith emerges. Now Nolan Smith is ready to play. But if the Eagles said, no, Nolan Smith, you got to step up. Jordan Davis, you got to step up. It took Jordan Davis a little while to get going. So when you have an established team, you can afford to take guys that's going to take a little while to develop. The Cowboys don't do that because they don't establish their team. They make the rookie a part of the damn establishment. They move on from Tyron Smith knowing damn well Tyler Guyton's on the way. When in real life, what'll be perfect is to get Tyron Smith for maybe one more year and then let Guyton sit behind him. That'll be perfect. The Cowboys won't do that.
Gotcha. That's all I got, boss. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. No doubt. Thanks for calling. Bam. Captain Salty says Sam Williams was improving. Then he got hurt. Well, sure. Sam Williams was indeed improving. I need Sam Williams to produce like a second round pick that we know second round picks to be. I think Trey Diggs is a fantastic example of what a second round pick should be here. Or at least what his first couple years were like. Mo Sarge with another 5, man. Mo Sarge, what the hell going on, man? Mo Sarge, what the hell going on, Serge? It ain't Sarge, it's Serge. Mo Serge, what the hell going on, Serge? It's like 19 altogether, man. I can't count. Appreciate you, man. So why they got? Capone. Appreciate you, man. Capcoon. That's like thank you. I think that's what that means in Thai. But appreciate you, man. 2 more. 469. What's up? Who this? I just want to let everybody know, just a reminder, we having Draft 101 at the 105.3 The Fan studio. It's the draft show crew is going to be doing a live type deal. They're going to put us on stage and let y'all ask questions and shit. So if that's something y'all want to come to, it's free to get in, and they're going to have food. They got like Whataburger and stuff like that. If that's what y'all digging on. Let me see. Bam. Here we are. Draft 101 is back. Join Brian Bros, Bobby Belt, and Zach Woodchuck in our fan showroom. Now, they trifling as hell because they ain't had Voch, Nick Harris, Kyle Yeomans, and Tommy Yars. They trifling as hell. But I will be at this. When I was talking to Derek Eagleton the other day. Yeah, man, I was just having a conversation with him. But when I was talking to Derek Eagleton the other day, he said that he wants everybody to get involved. So when we were brainstorming this thing, he and Brian Bros was like, they was basically like come through type shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the doors open at 6:45. So y'all be sure to come through and tap in with us. It'll be a cool little deal. Now let's get this last call in. See what y'all talking about. 718. What's up? Who this?
Hey, Voch. Thank you for taking my call.
What's happening, brother? What you got for the show?
So, number one, I wanted to jump on one of your callers and congratulate you. Well-deserved hooking up with the Star Frisco and Brian. Oh, very well-deserved for you, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate
I'll try to make this quick, obviously. I know you look at film. So, when you talk Dak friendly, between the two, T-Mac and Golden, which one between the two of those guys would be the more Dak friendly and ready to go right away? As far as the Hampton comps go at 12, I have him actually lumped up with a few running backs at about the same. And I'll tell you, the other two guys, obviously Junkins has been talked about lately. I'm going to throw in a couple, one more, the kid from Iowa State, Caleb Johnson. I kind of like him a lot. And if you wanted to go wide receiver first round, D-back in the second round, my dark horse, and I'd like to hear what your thoughts are about this other guy too, Ollie Gordon from Oak State there, who was the top running back in 2023. So I'll hang up, Voch. Thanks for taking my call, and again, good for you. I'll continue listening to you, buddy. Thanks.
Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate you. Let me get the easy answer out the way. As far as second round corners go, if I can pick a guy, Noah Williams, Azariah Thomas, Trey Amos, I think they'll all be like second round targets. Even Maxwell Harrison, depends on how high you have him. The next easy one, Ollie Gordon. I think Ollie was really good last year because I just think he was just physically better. Maybe the carries took a toll on him. That's just me assuming. But when I watch his last year's film versus this year's film, it's just like last year's film. Just people just bounced off Ollie Gordon. At one point I thought it would be that maybe the blocking just wasn't great, the coaching scheme was weird or something like that. But nah, man, just people bounced off of him in 2023 to where in those same situations they just simply tackled him in 2024. So I don't think teams are going to take a chance on Ollie in that way. If you can get him on your team and find a way to bring back the 2023 Ollie Gordon, I think you got a dude. But I don't know if you're going to be able to do that, but you'll have to see. As far as McMillan and Golden, which one of those guys are more Dak friendly? I think they're Dak friendly in their own way. I think Golden is going to run better routes and get more wide open. I think Dak likes that. I think Dak will find that guy. But I was thinking about this the other day because sometimes when you're a part of the draft show, you got to craft arguments in your mind sometimes just in case somebody jump and say something. So Dak wasn't always the passer that he is now. Okay. When Dez Bryant was playing with Dak didn't know how to use Dez Bryant. He just wasn't that type of passer to deal with the jump ball guy or the ball placement 50-50 guy or the back shoulder. He just wasn't that type of passer. Dez leaves, Dak evolves as a passer, and that dude becomes like Michael Gallup. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Gallup was special at that role. It's just the only example of that kind of guy that we have. McMillan is special at that role. And Dak is a much better passer now than he's ever been. So when it comes to the catch radius, physical, big body guy, I think Dak and McMillan would fit perfectly. However, as far as like timing and route running and being where you need to be when I ask you to be there, I think Golden will probably fit Dak a lot more. And Golden might fit the offense a little more too. I just think McMillan is the better player. Now, I don't think it's that far away. I got Golden and McMillan both as first round grades. I got McMillan as my 5th overall best player. I got Golden as my 7th overall best player. So either way, it's fine. I just think Golden is slightly better. Mo Serge dropped another dub in that dub. Him say, keep doing your thing, Voch. Dinner on me, my dude. You're killing it. Appreciate you. So why the cops? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you back. I appreciate you back, Mo Serge. Thank you. See, man, y'all got to be nice to people, man. Y'all got to treat people nice. Mo Serge asked me a question while I was at work today, and I remember exactly what Mo asked me. Come on, man. I was like, you know what, Mo? I respect your question. I'm going to remember it and answer it. And I said, hey, look, be nice to people, man. Shouts out to Mo. And what? My man Mo Serge is the Zach Golston run right now. Zach Golston going crazy. Night Train James dropped a dime and says, Voch, how would the Cowboys offense look with McMillan in the first round and Deontay Thornton in the 5th round? We're actually watching Thornton. I'm watching Thornton tomorrow to be able to talk about it on the Doing All Right podcast, the Wednesday night show. So I'll tell you more about Thornton then. But how the offense look with McMillan and Lease, Dak can throw that mug anywhere over there and McMillan will catch it. And McMillan will indeed catch it. He'll go up and catch it. For sure. If Barron drops to 44, that would be amazing. If Barron dropped to 44, he robbed somebody auntie at the Goodwill store. Mel said Mahomes was a bust. Don't be like Mel ever, and I know you will. Voch instead, much better. Hey, man, look. Pat Mahomes was my first big correct call or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we've been up ever since. Let me see if any other Cowboy YouTubers live real quick. Let me see what the business is. I know Law live. But Law got a fantastic audience. Y'all gonna tap in with him anyway. I want to see if any smaller channels is live. Aaron says, what's up, Aaron? He dropped the dub and says, Voch been rocking with you, talking about off-season peanut butter on Mozzie. Keep killing on the draft show. Appreciate you, man. Y'all be sure to tap into the episode of the draft show that we did today. Tap into the episode of the draft show we did that I'm doing today and Thursday. Now, look, y'all should watch all the episodes now. But I'm on Tuesday and Thursday, so y'all be sure to watch Tuesday and Thursday. I think that's everything, man. Let me see y'all link to
Quality Strokes.
Hold on.
Come on with it.
Huh?
For your mind, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for your
Quality Strokes.
Remember, you're listening to nothing.
Okay, well, Law leaving, we can't raid him. Maybe we shouldn't open that door. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't open the door if Law. I don't know what they talking about over there. Man, I'm trying to find a cowboy YouTuber to raid real quick, man. I'm trying to hold them down, man. But I you know, they don't be going live in the daytime, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they should be going. Shouts out to Louis T. He live, but we're gonna hold the family down. You know what I'm saying? I want to hold the family down. Are y'all subbed to any cowboy people that's live right now? Damn, I'm missing. Yeah. Just run it back. Common Sense Lab says there are no lives at this time. All right, cool. If there's no lives, then y'all go watch what y'all want to watch then. Yeah, y'all go find somebody to watch then. You know what I'm saying? And maybe next time we'll have a YouTuber live then. Who this is? Nah, that's not a cowboy guy neither. I know him. That's the Passport Bro Cat. Why is he on my Dallas Cowboy feed? Well, why is the Passport Bro Cat on my Dallas Cowboy feed? Yep, I think that's all we got. Ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all to pieces. Thank you so much. We will definitely be doing this again. Salt and Pepper Lounge coming soon. We'll be working to get a roundtable going. You know, let the draft happen and we'll figure it all out. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure it all out. Before or after. We'll talk about it. Don't worry about it. Weapon X Eagles Media. Like an Eagle fan? All right, man. I'll hold y'all down till next time, man. I love y'all to pieces. Blue Flame, man. Salute.